This video was recorded prior to the tragic accident that cost the lives of Matthew and Johnny Gaudreau, but it didn't feel right to post it without mentioning this unfathomable loss of two great people. I've linked the GoFundMe in the description of this video to support Matthew's wife Madeline and their baby, and again, I'm sending all my love and support to the Gaudreau family and friends, and may they rest in peace. Hi everyone, it's me Alexandra and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I just wanted to do like a little Q&A and get to know me a little bit for you guys. Whether you're new to my channel or you've been around but you just like don't know the person behind the camera. I just wanted to film this little segment for you guys before the season started so you can get to know me. So I posted a couple tweets where you guys could ask me questions and I got a lot of good feedback, so thank you so much for asking me all those questions. I will get to those in a second, but first I just wanted to do like a little get to know me part, just things that I want to share with you guys that maybe you don't know about me already. So as I said before, my name is Alexandra, but feel free to call me Alex. I'm 18 years old. I was born and raised in Los Angeles and I have no plans on leaving soon because why would I want to? Like, come on. I love hockey, but you guys already know that, but I also like basketball and baseball a little bit. I'm trying to expand, my knowledge of sports because mainly I know everything about hockey and then like not a lot about everything else. So I'm trying to, spread the wealth and give a little bit of love to some other sports that I haven't really paid attention to before. Like I said, I really like basketball. My favorite team is the Lakers, of course, and my favorite player is Austin Reeves. But I really like, like scattered players amongst the league. Like I love Anthony Edwards, I like John Morant, Steph Curry, what have you. I don't know, I'm recently new to basketball, somewhat new. So I'm still trying to get into it. I have my pick of the players that I like, not so much actual knowledge of the game, but I'm working on that. I also like baseball too. The knowledge of the game is really not there, so gotta get to work on that. I don't really know if I have a favorite baseball player, I'll be honest with you. I don't think I do. So I'm open to suggestions, but my favorite team is the Dodgers, of course. Not related to sports, I also really love Disney and Marvel. I am a huge nerd, if you guys didn't know that already. I love Disneyland. I'm such a Disneyland person. I don't go as much as I'd like to, but I don't know, I just love it. Like, it's the happiest place on earth. How could you not love it? But I love Marvel. My favorite superhero is Captain America, and my favorite Disney movie is probably Tangled or Ratatouille if Pixar counts. I love both. My favorite color is pink and my favorite food is sushi. I also really like to do like journalism and like writing and stuff like that. Previously I was the editor for my high school's news publication for 3 years, and I also won an award for doing that. So now I'm going to get into some of the questions that you guys asked me. A couple of the first questions that I got were from Mikey. If you don't know Mikey, he is the in-arena host for the Kings games and he is the best. The question that he first asked me was, who are your two favorite in-arena hosts, which is obviously Mike and Kayla. They keep the crowd so engaged. I love watching all of their segments. Yeah, they're honestly the best in the whole league, if I'm being honest with you. Mikey also said, name an NHL arena that you want to visit for the first time. I would say I really want to see Utah, of course. I think Toronto and Montreal both have a lot of history and are really cool arenas that I would love to see. And then a little wild card one, maybe Nashville. I don't know, I've heard good things about that arena. So Nashville, Montreal, Toronto, and Utah are my picks. I really only have one game day superstition, and it revolves around my jerseys, which, as you can see, are right there. I have a lot of jerseys, if you couldn't tell. I don't really know exactly how many. I should probably count, but my main superstition is about my jerseys. Basically, if I wear a jersey one game and the Kings lose while I'm wearing that jersey, that is considered bad luck. I cannot wear that jersey again. I have to switch it up, rotate in a couple other ones, and then maybe wear it again. But if we lose again in that jersey, it's going back into retirement for a little while. Gotta let the hex wear off before I can wear it again. But yeah, I don't know, I just have a really weird superstition when it comes to the jerseys. Like, if we win when I'm wearing a certain jersey, I will ride that high and I will keep wearing that jersey. But yeah, I don't know, that's just my little silly game day superstition. My love of hockey came from my dad. He got into the sport because all of his friends were into it, And then when me and my brother were born, you know, my parents would take us to games and we would always have hockey on in the TV. So when I was younger, I didn't really care that much, but as I kind of got older, I think I really got into it when I was like 11, and then that's where I kind of was like totally obsessed. But yeah, it came from my dad, and my first favorite hockey player was Anze Kopitar. That was the first jersey I got. I think it was either, yeah, it was Kopi. Kopi was the first jersey that I ever got, and yeah, he was my first favorite player. And then obviously Adrian made his debut, and it was like, he is my favorite, and he's been my favorite since. Still love you, Kopi, though. Another question that I got was, how many photos with players do you have? Honestly, I could not tell you. I've really been into it, like I said, since I was 11. So from being 11 to now, that's like 7 years of time to get pictures. I think I've had some from before that too, but I really don't know. But I don't know. I would say over 100, maybe over 100, but I don't know like what the range would be. I would say over 100, less than 500, somewhere in between there. Another question that I got was, how many goals do you think Adrian Kempe will score this season? And honestly, I don't really know, because last year we saw his points really take a rise in assists, whereas the 2 years before that he had a lot more goals than he did assists. But I think that this year he'll score 37 goals, and I think that he'll have 50 assists. That's what I'm saying now, okay? We'll see if I'm right. Come back to this at the end of the year, but that's what I think is going to happen. I think that Alex Turcotte does finally make an impact on the team. Obviously, you know, he's had a really tough history with injuries and everything, but I don't know. I just really feel like this year will hopefully be his year. You know, we just signed him. He kind of has a clear roster spot at this point. So I would really love to see him make an impact, because I've been rooting for him since day one. And I actually just sent in my jersey to Team LA to get customized with his name on it. But yeah, I do think that he will make an impact, because, you know, he's just due for it, and I really feel like he deserves it. You know, like I said, healthy year, and yeah, I think he'll do it. My favorite Kings player that I've met, I don't know. If I could say all of them, I would say all of them, but I'm counting past and present, because you guys know, once a king, always a king. That's what I always say. So I would say favorite Kings players I've met. Adrian Kempe for sure. Sean Durzi. Quinton Byfield. Alex Turcotte. And Matt Luff. We're going to put him on there too. So yeah, that's my top 5. Will you be going to Utah this season to watch Durzi play? You guys know me too well. I'm definitely going to try. I went to watch Sean play last year in Arizona, and I had a really great time. You know, I'm so upset about the whole relocation thing, but everything happens for a reason. And yeah, Utah really seems like an exciting place right now to have a team. The whole city seems excited to have them come there. And yeah, hopefully I'll make it out there this year, because I just really want to go. I really want to go. I really want to check out the whole facility and everything. So yeah, hopefully I will go this season. I have traveled abroad. This summer I went to Paris, which was really cool. It's a great city with a lot of history. I really enjoyed it. And I also went to Disneyland there, so who doesn't love that? I would like to go other places too, like Sweden. I don't know, I've always had a fascination with Sweden for some reason. I just feel like it's such a beautiful country. So definitely there, and like maybe like Greece or Italy or something like that. This question is, where does your draw towards Swedish players come from? Their handsomeness, or is there a different reason? I don't really know, to be honest with you. It is undeniable that Swedish players are definitely handsome. But I don't know, I feel like it is a different reason, but I just don't know what. What NHL city would you travel to this season if you could, excluding Utah, because we all know that's #1. Yes, you guys know me too well, Utah is #1. I definitely want to go there, but another city that I would travel to is probably Toronto. I would just love to go there, watch the Maple Leafs and everything, and also see the Hall of Fame, the Hockey Hall of Fame, because that would be really, really cool. I also think that New York would be really cool, and also Nashville, so those would be my top 3. My least favorite Western Conference team is obviously the Oilers. You know, we've played them in playoffs for the last 3 years, and yeah, I'm tired of them. So I would definitely say the Oilers. You know, no hate to their fans. I know their fans love to get on us Kings fans because they have beat us 3 years in a row. But I mean, good for them. Honestly, they're a talented team. you know, strong fan base, but I would just say that I'm tired of them. So the Oilers are my least favorite Western Conference team. I don't really know who my least favorite Eastern Conference team is because, you know, the Kings are a Western Conference team, so they don't really have a lot of like beef with the East Coast teams. So I don't know. I don't really know who I would say is my least favorite team. What's a team from the East that I don't like playing though? Maybe Boston. I don't like when we play Boston because they're a really strong team. And a lot of the times we get embarrassed, which, you know, it's okay, it happens. But I will say that one game this year where we came back and won and Clark scored his first goal, that was freaking awesome. I loved that game. But I don't know. I guess Boston would be my least favorite East Coast team. They just have a reputation, you know, for being annoying. So I guess I'll just take the stereotypical answer and say Boston. Knock on wood that this never happens, but this question is, if Adrian Kempe got traded, would you be a fan of the team that he got traded to or just a fan of him? Or would it depend on the team? Hopefully this would never happen, but I would probably just be a fan of him primarily, but by watching him play, I would probably grow to like the team also. So yeah, I would say just a fan of the player, but like the team, if that makes sense. Okay, so my camera died, so I don't know if this angle is different or the same, but bear with me and we're gonna get through the rest of this Q&A. My favorite place that I traveled to is probably either Hawaii or Jamaica. I went on family trips both times and they're both a lot of fun. So yeah, I would say those two. If I were to move to another state that had an NHL team, I don't know if it would become my favorite. You know, the Kings are always #1 in my heart, but if I had to move to another state, I think I would like the team. Like, of course I'm going to go to the games and stuff. Like, you know, this girl's got to get her hockey fix somehow. I think I would like the team that's in that state, but the Kings are always #1 in my heart. A quality that I admire most in a person is definitely honesty. You know, honesty is the best policy. I think that it's very important to tell the truth to other people. Yeah, that would probably be a quality that I admire most in people. I don't really know what made me become a fan of Adrian Kempe. I was 11 years old, I think, when he became my favorite, but I think the real reason was the game that he scored his first NHL goal. I was there. So I think that's the reason. I saw him score and I was like, oh my gosh, who is this guy? And now he's my favorite. If I had to describe the feeling of being a Kings fan, I would say for me personally, I think it's joy. I get a lot of happiness from going to games and going to practices, being around the team and other fans and stuff like that. So I would say that my main feeling that I get from being a Kings fan is happiness and joy. If I could bring back any player who is playing in the NHL back to the Kings, I would probably say Sean Durzi. Obvious answer, Sean Durzi. I think that Durs brings a lot to a team skill-wise and morale-wise. And as we all know, when he was playing in LA, he was playing on his offside. So I think if he were to come back and play in the position that he is actually supposed to be playing in, he would make a huge impact. I don't know if that would happen, but you know, a girl can dream. So I think it would definitely be Durs. And that concludes my Q&A and get to know me. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And as you know, or maybe you don't know, my Twitter is @9kempe. I will link it down below. So make sure you are following that because that is where I post the most. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching this video and for asking me all those questions. I really appreciate it. I am trying to be patient, but you know, I'm just waiting for it to be October already. I cannot wait for the hockey season to start. So yeah, I will definitely be posting more on YouTube when it is hockey season. But until then, I will see you guys later. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and bye!